Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Perpetual here. If you're new, you are warmly welcome. And guys, I know it has been so long since you heard that intro, but I am back and I promise to stay consistent. I decided to start the new year on a sweet note. So before we get started, Happy New Year, guys. Today we're making some chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to start this recipe by making some brown butter because it is such the main staple of this recipe. You need to brown the butter. You get that nutty, caramelly taste and smell to it. It is very important. So I got my butter into a pot and I put it on the stove. Once that starts bubbling up a bit, I can take my eyes off it for a little bit. And I don't have chocolate chips. They're actually difficult to find in Ghana. So I am cutting up some chocolate and I'm going to be using that. Alright, now for the bacon ingredients. I like to prepare all my ingredients and then set it aside. So this is flour. When you're scooping out the flour, it's better to scoop it with a spoon into your measuring cup so that you don't pack it too densely. And then I added some cornstarch and forgot to record, but I added some baking soda as well. And guys, you have to remember to check on your butter that is browning. Do it on low heat so you don't burn it. And so now I have all my ingredients set aside, and when the butter gets to about this consistency, I turn the heat off, and then the residual heat from the pan will brown it slightly more. Alright, and you leave that butter to cool down completely, and then you transfer it into your mixing bowl. Make sure you get all those brown bits because that's what gives so much flavor to your brown butter. You can brown it a little bit more than I have, but this is the color that I like to go for. And then I'm gonna go in with some brown sugar and a little bit of white sugar. And guys, I will put the exact measurement in the description box so you can just screenshot it so that you always have it. And for this recipe, you do not need the stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer or you can even just use a spatula. You don't need to whisk it for too long if you're using a hand mixer. Just about 30 seconds in between the ingredients is more than enough time. So after mixing the butter, brown sugar, and the white sugar, we're going to move on to the next ingredient. Today my daughter is helping me, so I'm giving a little bit of a tutorial, so you'll see me going back and forth a bit with her. This is how I start them, just so that I want to make sure that my kids are interested in cooking and baking and all of that, so getting them involved in the kitchen helps. Alright, so after a few seconds, I'm going to go ahead and add my eggs. When I am baking or even cooking, I always like to crack my eggs on the side and then add it into my recipe. I do that because one, the egg could have gone bad. It happens in Ghana. And secondly, you can get shells in the batter if you crack it directly. So just to be on the safe side, I put it in a bowl. Next up is some vanilla. You can use vanilla extract. This is just vanilla essence. I buy this because it's cheaper. Feel free to even use vanilla bean if you have that. And so now that I have mixed up basically all my wet ingredients, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up my bowl a little bit. And then I am going to move on to my dry ingredients. So I mixed up the dry ingredients earlier and I'm just going to give it a very quick sift before I fold it into the wet ingredients. So guys, I have been MIA on YouTube for quite some time, basically all of last year. I did not really post much, not just YouTube, social media generally. Work got busy, life got busy, and so I took a little unexpected break. Nothing too exciting, but I am hoping that this year I will be able to stay more consistent. I'm gonna start with maybe 2 videos a month, and the goal is to do a video every single week, but I can at least stay consistent with twice a month. We'll see how it goes, but I am going to aim for 2 videos a month, or even better, a video a week. Hold me to it, hold me accountable. send me a message if I'm not being too consistent, but I promise I will be. Anyway, back to the chocolate chip cookies. I was showing the consistency because it's very soft when you make it. You need to put it in the fridge for about half an hour and then take it out and then you can bake it. For today, I am going to bake it in a smaller dish and we're just going to all dig into that one. And then for the rest, I'm going to put it, usually what I do is I scoop it either on parchment paper or on a plate. And then I'm going to flash freeze it. Once it gets a little hard, I'm going to transfer it into a Ziploc bag and then freeze it so that anytime that we want cookies, we have some in the freezer. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here just to show you. And it works out perfectly. I don't put as much chocolate chips. In the description box, I'm going to put 2 cups of chocolate chips, but you can use less. I use about 3/4 of a cup to a cup. That's just a personal preference. Sometimes, like I did here, I put in pieces of chocolate towards the end so that it kind of melts into it. You can do it however you prefer. Today, I topped it off with some ice cream and ooh, it was so delicious. We really enjoyed it. With the ice cream melting into the hot cookie dough, it became a nice and gooey and fudgy, and then the edges were crunchy. Oh, it was so delicious. Now I feel like baking another one just to enjoy. But guys, that is it for today. I am glad we got to spend the new year together and start on a fresh note and on a sweet note. And guys, thank you all so much for coming along with me on this journey. We'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye.